With the first-year player draft behind us, here's what happened on the diamond yesterday. Starting off in the National League East, the Astros knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 7-3. Drew Smyly won his fourth game thus far, helping the Marlins take care of the Phillies 3-2. Trevor Bauer got the win, throwing 8 innings, allowing 1 earned run as the Nationals downed the Brewers 5-1. As of today, he is in the top 5 in the National League in strikeouts. The Los Angeles Dodgers brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they took down the visiting Braves 6-2. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The Baltimore Orioles completed a short 2-game sweep as they secured the win in extra innings against the Cubs 6-4. The Pirates pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 3-1. The Diamondbacks combined for 4 total home runs as they toppled the Rockies 14-4. The Padres put together 10 total hits as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 3-0. Christian Yelich plated 4 total with 3 home runs as Kansas City disposed of the Chi Sox 8-7. It was their 5th straight victory. Jose Peraza had a day to remember with 3 home runs totaling 5 RBIs as Minnesota took care of the Rays 8-7. The Boston Red Sox grabbed 13 hits in the game as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland. It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Pete Alonso had 3 hits in the contest as the Metropolitans beat the Mariners 4-3. He is among the National League leaders in home runs. Entering the day's action, the Mets sit atop the NL East, and the Mariners sit in 4th place in the American League West. The Philadelphia Phillies allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they defeated the visiting Angels 5-4. At the start of the day, the Phillies are in 4th place in the NL East, while the Angels sit in 1st place in the American League West Division. Rhys Hoskins had a big day offensively, collecting 3 hits and driving in 3, leading the Nationals to a win over the Buccos 4-3. As of right now, the Pirates are in 4th place in the NL Central, and the Nationals are in 3rd place in the NL East. The Miami Marlins launched 3 home runs as they made it a laugher against the Diamondbacks 8-1. Heading into the day, the Diamondbacks are in 2nd place in the NL West, and the Marlins are in 2nd place in the NL East. The Braves hit 3 long balls as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 8-6. Entering the day's action, the Rockies sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division, and the Braves are in last place in the NL East. The Cincinnati Reds got 12 hits in this one as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 6-4. At the start of the day, the Cubs are in 2nd place in the NL Central, and the Reds are 3rd in the division. The St. Louis Cardinals amassed 14 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Yankees 10-9. In the standings, the Cardinals are in last place in the NL Central, and the Yankees are in 1st place in the American League East. The Dodgers grabbed the 4-game series sweep as they defeated the visiting Giants 5-3. They now have 5 straight wins. As of right now, the Dodgers are in 1st place in the NL West, and the Giants are 4th in the division. The Brewers earned the 3-game series sweep as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 7-5. Heading into the day, the Padres are in last place in the NL West, while the Brewers are in 1st place in the NL Central. The Blue Jays had 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Indians 5-2. Entering the day's action, the Blue Jays are in last place in the AL East, And the Indians sit in last place in the American League Central Division. The Orioles held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they beat the visiting Rays 5-1. As of today, the Orioles sit in 3rd place in the American League East Division, and the Rays are 2nd in the division. Jake Odorizzi earned win number 7 this season, leading the Tigers to the win over the White Sox 4-1. As of right now, the Tigers are in 4th place in the AL Central, and the White Sox are 2nd in the division. The Kansas City Royals finished off a 3-game sweep as they beat the visiting Red Sox 2-1. Heading into the day, the Royals sit in 3rd place in the American League Central, and the Red Sox sit in 4th place in the American League East Division. The Houston Astros racked up 11 hits as a team as they defeated the A's in Oakland 4-0. In the standings, the A's sit in last place in the American League West Division, and the Astros are 3rd in the division. The Minnesota Twins combined to give up just 5 hits as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 2-1. As of today, the Rangers sit in 2nd place in the American League West, while the Twins are atop the AL Central. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Welcome to Inside the Show. It's the wild day that is the trade deadline. Looking first at the NL East, the New York Mets combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Marlins 7-6. The Atlanta Braves knocked out 10 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 7-2. The Friars knocked out 12 hits as a team as they walked off in dramatic fashion against the Phillies 3-2. Kyle Tucker had 3 hits on the day as the Cardinals took care of the Brewers 6-5. The Los Angeles Dodgers sent 3 balls into the seats as they got a road win against Arizona 4-0. The Giants allowed only 5 hits in the game as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 3-1. Tyler Beede got his second W of the season, leading the Bo Sox to the win over the rival Yankees 5-4. The Chicago White Sox put together 10 total hits as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 7-4. Wander Franco had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish, leading Detroit to the win over Kansas City 6-4. The Seattle Mariners got 11 hits overall as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 10-6. Jalen Beeks grabbed his second win of the year, leading the A's to the win over Texas 4-3. And that's the show. The trade deadline is only hours away, so don't forget to check in tomorrow for a full recap of the day's events. It's September 1st. Welcome to Inside the Show as rosters have expanded. Looking first at the NL East, Scott Oberg was victorious for the 5th time this season as the Mets downed the Rockies 4-3. The Marlins got 12 hits in this one as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 9-1. Zach Eflin won the game, finishing a complete game one-hitter, helping lead the Phillies to a victory over the Cardinals 5-0. He is among the NL leaders in shutouts. Playoff contending teams are making their final push to the end of the year. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the National League West, the Chicago Cubs pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 2-0. Entering the day's action, the Rockies are in second place in the NL West, 10.5 back. And the Cubs have now clinched one of 2 NL wildcard spots with the win. The Kansas City Royals totaled 13 hits as a team as they stole a win in extra innings over the Rangers 3-2. Heading into the day, the Royals have now clinched one of 2 AL wildcard spots with the win. While the Rangers sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division, they trail by 8.5 games. And that's all we've got for now. Lots of exciting pennant chase action coming your way later today. Tune in tomorrow for a full recap.
Play ball. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. Ball 4, take the base. Ball 4, take the base. 3. 3. He's there! 3! Take the base, ball 4. 3! 3! He's safe! Ball 4, take the base.
Your attention, please.
3! Ball 4, take the base.
Ball.
3! He's safe. 3!
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. For the crowd. Number 24, Miguel Cabrera. Your attention, please. Pitching to the net. Number 16, Ben Gamble. Now pitching for the Mets. Number 49, Pablo.
Let's play ball. 3! Take the base, ball 4. 3! 3! Ball 4, take the base. Ball four, extra base. Three. Extra base, ball four. Ball four, extra base. Ball four, extra base. He's out. Three.
Your attention, please. Big hitter, Charlie Culberson. Now batting, the pitcher, Ben Gamble. Now pitching for the Mets, number 74, Gamble.
What a game, baby. What a game.
Hi there, everyone. Welcome to this special postseason edition of Inside the Show. For the seventh and final game of the Major League Baseball World Series, the Miami Marlins had 12 hits as a team as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx, clinching the World Series championship. It has been a storybook season for them, and they will look to repeat as champions next year. With the first-year player draft behind us, here's what happened on the diamond yesterday. Looking first at the NL East, Joe Hudson grabbed 3 runs driven in, helping lead the Braves to a win over the Mets, 5-3. His modest hitting It's September 1st. Welcome to Inside the Show as rosters have expanded. Looking first at the NL East, the Mets picked up 14 hits in total as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 6-5. Shohei Ohtani was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs, helping the Rangers pull out a win against the Braves 7-5. The Marlins combined for a 4-hitter as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils 7-0. Marcus Walden grabbed win number 9 this year as the Nationals pushed past the Diamondbacks 2-0. Brandon Woodruff earned the victory, which was his 10th on the year, leading the Blue Jays to the win over the Cubs 2-1. The Brewers left fielder, number 24, was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5 runs on 3 hits, as the Brewers took care of the Reds 8-4. The St. Louis Cardinals grabbed 13 hits in the game as they bested the visiting Padres 7-5. Yimi Garcia got his 7th win out of the bullpen as the Athletics downed the Dodgers 4-3. The San Francisco Giants knocked out 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 7-1. The New York Yankees totaled 13 hits as a team as they grabbed the win over the visiting It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins put up 16 hits on the day as they got the best of the visiting Mets 11-6. In the standings, the Marlins have now clinched one of 2 NL wildcard spots with the win. And the Mets are atop the division, an impressive 10 games ahead of second. Daniel Mangden got the W, his 11th this season, leading the Braves to a victory over the Nationals, 9-3. At the start of the day, the Braves sit in 4th place in the National League East Division. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Nationals are 2nd in the division, yet they currently lead the race for the National League wildcard. The Texas Rangers combined for 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, 8-7. As of right now, the Phillies sit in last place in the National League East. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Rangers are in 2nd place in the AL West. They're 15 games back. The Cubs knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee, 4-0. Heading into the day, the Brewers sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division. They're 7 games back, while the Cubs are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Pittsburgh Pirates brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they beat the Cardinals on the road 12-2. As of today, the Cardinals sit in 2nd place in the National League Central, 5 games back. And the Pirates are 4th in the division, 14 games back. Jenmar Gomez got the win, his 6th so far this year, as Arizona grabbed the win over the Giants, 4-2. Entering the day's action, the Diamondbacks are leading the National League West. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd, while the Giants are 2nd in the division, 16 games out of first. The Colorado Rockies pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine, 6-0. At the start of the day, the Dodgers sit in 4th place in the National League West. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Rockies are 3rd in the division, 17 games out of first. The Reds allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park, 4-1.